All right, so guys, I originally made a reaction video to a recent Red Table Talk roundtable discussion with Ayesha Curry, among others, on her show. And Ayesha Curry basically was open and honest about how she felt of her husband, the multi-millionaire Steph Curry, and how he gets groupies and women are flocking to him, and she wants that feeling as well, right? She got a lot of backlash for it, etc., etc. Just to refresh your memory, or if you guys are not familiar with the story, I'll play the clip and come back with my additional commentary because I really want to get more in depth with, you know, with this whole controversy of how she was talking about, she wants to be validated by men and she wants to seek attention by men. She wants to have male groupies, etc. So I really wanted to get more in depth with that video, but let me play the original video and come back with my extended commentary. Here you go.
Primal response. This guy can build a house. He can help. He can help my survival. It's primal. I've had to put myself in Will's shoes at times and go, woo, woo. If I had all these pretty women doing that shows at me, what would I do? Baby, whoa, okay. Now, when I really looked at it that way, I really had to have more compassion and more understanding.
Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that there are all these women throwing themselves, but me the past 10 years I don't have any of that. I have zero, this sounds weird, but male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it, and I'm is something wrong with
You're
me?
not looking.
What?
You're not looking. You're not even. But I'm gonna tell you something else too. When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too. And I was young, like you.
Yeah,
like
that's
oh my
not
god.
fair.
I mean,
Because I don't want it, but it'd be nice to know that someone's looking.
But
That
when your
could get
radar's
dangerous.
turned
That
off,
could-
right?
that
You're
could get
beautiful.
real
Don't ever
dangerous.
think for 1 minute that it ain't some men out there looking at you like I wish.
Honestly.
And I'm gonna tell you who knows that more than anybody.
All right, so so here's a couple things I want to point out, and I mentioned this before in my previous reaction video. I definitely applaud the panel for having this discussion, right? For one, I think the majority, if not everybody on the table, on the round table, are married. All right, every single one of these females, with the exception of with the exception of Willow. Willow's too young right now. Willow Smith. Everybody on the table is married, so they are promoting marriage, a black family structure, which I highly promote on my channel, etc., etc. So I definitely commend them for that. Number two is the value of the black family. Your husband and the children. That's valued, and especially having children under the same household, right? No children out of wedlock, etc., etc. That's something I highly respect and recommend and commend everybody on the panel for that, with the exception of, like I said, Willow Smith. So here's the thing, right? Ayesha was definitely open and candid and honest, and even her husband, Steph Curry, came out and defended her in a statement he wrote, defending her statement, saying, I'll read the quote actually. He said, actually, I don't see the quote. Okay, here it is. Quote, proud of you for being an authentic and putting yourself out there, not being afraid of the potential bullshit and nonsense that could and did come at you. Way more positive than negative with all of this. Keep being you. I love you. So basically supporting her open, candid honesty, right? Because he definitely knows that he gets a whole bunch of groupies. Women know and don't care that he's married, and people, women are still flocking over to him, and she's not feeling that. She is, she wants that attention as well. She's craving that attention. And here's the thing, right? Let me break this shit down, right? See, I know a lot of people want to say, well, you got to, first of all, you got to commend her on actually saying that. She could have just kept that to herself. But she said that and put it out in the open, put her business out for the world to have the court of public opinion about her, right? So I commend her for that. And then the other thing people want to judge her about is that, oh, well, she said that the only thing that she should be worried about getting validation from is her husband, right? That's what I'm hearing, from other people's opinion. Like, yeah, she only should be worried about seeking attention from her husband, which is true. But you got to understand where she's coming from and why she said that, right? See, she's from Canada, which I didn't know that. She's from Canada. She mentioned that she never experienced racism, similar to Drake. Drake said he never experienced racism. Never experienced racism until he went to America. And Ayesha said the same thing. I'm going somewhere with this. This has nothing to do with race, but I'm going somewhere with this. So when you haven't experienced something, and you go to another avenue or another vicinity or another plateau in your life, you have a different outlook on things, right? You're like, damn, I've never experienced this before. I want to keep doing this. I want to try it again, or I want to experience this for the first time, or this experience I have for the first time changed my perspective on things, right? She is coming from that background. She had a very sheltered upbringing. She was married at a very young age, at 18. She married Steph Curry. This was basically her, I believe, her high school, if not college, sweetheart. This is basically the only man. She fell in love with this man, Steph Curry, and they got children together. So she doesn't have that experience going out into the world. Now, going out to the world doesn't necessarily mean being a hoe, right? Or being promiscuous. It's just going out into the world and experiencing, different men, you know what I mean? Dating different kind of men, etc. That's what she never experienced, which is why she has that mentality, right? She doesn't have that kind of mentality. She doesn't have that kind of experience that Steph Curry has when it comes to attracting a bunch of people from the opposite sex who are sexually attracted to you, because she's been sheltered and she has been what's the word I'm looking for? Sheltered and coddled, right? Since she met Steph Curry, right? And the thing that people are saying is, Steph is a multi-millionaire and she's set for life. She has a beautiful family, got kids, you know what I mean? But that's not enough. She's not satisfied. You know why she's not satisfied? Because, again, she's been coddled and sheltered since the inception of her adult life, I should say. She's been coddled and she's been sheltered for the start of her adult life ever since she married Steph Curry. So she does not have that experience of dating all kinds of, all different kinds of men, or receiving that kind of attention from a high, a group of men that are attracted to her sexually. She does not have that experience, the validation. She does not have that experience, right? And you can seek validation from any kind of standpoint. It's not just from seeking attention from men sexually. We're in a social media age where your ego is boosted based off the number of likes that you have. Me, my ego is boosted based off the number of views I get on my YouTube channel or my Instagram. How many people have seen my photos or seen my Insta stories? That's the boost of my ego. That's me being honest. And a lot of people are like that. We are in a social media age where likes, where people leaving comments under your photos and your videos, positive comments, or whatever kind of comments that you like, you want to receive, you feed off that, and that feeds into your ego. Whether you want to admit it or not, it feeds your ego. And that's the kind of validation that men and women like to receive in abundance. And so she misses or has not experienced the kind of attention that Steph Curry has, because again, she's been sheltered and coddled since the start of her adulthood, since marrying and meeting and dating Steph Curry. You see, again, she came from Canada, never experienced racism until she reached America. Right? She's never experienced a group of males attracting to her sexually. She's never experienced that. That's something that she would like to experience and still would like to experience. And again, much props to her for being open and candid and allowing her opinion to be judged to be judged and picked apart by the court of public opinion. And I'm offering you guys my opinion, but this is, again, she's never satisfied. Women like her are never satisfied because of the fact that they have been sheltered and coddled for most of their life, especially since he married Steph Curry. She's been sheltered and coddled and has not experienced the world of dating different kinds of men, going on different kinds of dates, building herself up. And I'm not saying that, she is not doing it now, being successful without Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that, but she has not experienced being independent without being attached to a higher profile person like a Steph Curry on her own and being sexually sought after by a group of men. She's never experienced that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why she said that. That's the reason why she said that. And again, you don't have to be a hoe, go out there and fucking, different kinds of men to be sought after sexually by men. You don't have to do that, because again, we're living a social media era where likes and views and comments are satisfying. They boost your ego. Right? So yeah, family, those are my thoughts about that, man. I just wanted to get more in depth about Ayesha Curry, admitting that she wants to seek, she's seeking, and she wants male groupies, she wants male attention, and the fact that she came from Canada, she's been sheltered and coddled, from her upbringing. That's the reason why she said that. You know what I mean? So just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. Leave your comments down below. I told you I wanted to do another video. Shout out to one of my longtime subscribers for letting me know that, the original video, I did not go in depth enough. And this video, I wanted to just go more in depth and break it down, from the perspective of a person like an Ayesha Curry. On the flip side of that, let me also say this. You got on the flip side, right? The flip side of it is you have women who are the opposite of Ayesha Curry. You got women who didn't meet a multimillionaire basketball player, or a multimillionaire person, period, or just not even multimillionaire, a successful partner, a successful spouse, right? They don't meet those, and she is one of the she's actually the exception to the rule, right? Because marrying a successful athlete is like winning the lottery. It's few and far in between. So she is the exception to the rule. The norm are the single women. The norm are the single parents, the single mothers. That's the norm. And so a lot of women are single mothers. A lot of women are single. And so they're able to date multiple women, multiple men. They're able to go on multiple dates with men. They're able to be hoes, you know? And it's to a point where they've been doing that for so long, right? They've been dating men and getting impregnated by different baby daddies and stuff like that. They want to settle down now. They're tired. They want to experience something new. They want to experience a committed, monogamous relationship, a husband, right? So that first plateau of being sought after by a group of men, they've been there, done that. So now the new avenue is to settle down and find her husband, right? Finding a husband, let's say this person's in her 30s. Finding a husband that's willing to accept that she has children by different men and settling down. That's the second stage, right? Right? So there's a lot of women out there who are the opposite of Ayesha Curry, right? Who are tired of sleeping around different men and getting impregnated by different men. They want to settle down and just be with that one person, right? Their validation of being sought after by different men, posting pics on IG and Facebook, they can still do that, but they want to settle down. You know what I'm saying? And so again, there's a lot of women out there like that who are opposite of Ayesha Curry, who are saying, you know what? I'm a little bit different than Ayesha Curry because, you know, I never met a Steph Curry, and I never got married at a young age and it was able to have my family in house with the same man. I want what you have, Ayesha. I want what you have. I want to settle down with a man that's willing to accept my baggage and just be with that one man. I want to find that right now, what you have. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it from both perspectives. From both perspectives. You know what I mean? So yeah, fam, those are my thoughts about that. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about me breaking this down. All right, family, make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGMediaTV, family. Till next time, Chauncey signing out. Peace.